Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Here is your Bitcoin segment, 10 minutes, giving you all the information that I think you need to know when it comes to trading, especially with the hybrid system. So let's roll with it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe at the end of the video, and let's bring some fire. So tomorrow, it's Friday. We've had a mad week, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the dominance of the dollar has been prevailing very well. It has had an impact on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's done a good job of actually coming back up. Now, usually whenever you see a big drop in price, ladies and gentlemen, the market has to stabilize and regulate the imbalances in the chart. And as you can see, Bitcoin's trying to work its way back up towards that violet vector candle. A little tip for you is this: if you see the chart actually recover a candlestick at speed, that could be an indication that things are going to get ready to roll over, ladies and gentlemen, because they are quickly running into the liquidity. Try and get the liquidation points that the previous move from the retail trader who went short, hit their liquidations, and then look to try and go in the opposite direction. Yes, we do have another vector candle up at the top side right here, ladies and gentlemen, so we need to be mindful of that. And we have that infamous psychological low. But the 200 EMA will always be a problem for Bitcoin, is seen as this week they tried to get above it, but this was where the stop hunt initiated, and then they reversed price back down again. So going into tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen, or tomorrow throughout, we have some news announcements that are going to have a big impact on the way Bitcoin is going to move. Check this out. We have the actual Eurozone PMI data coming out. Okay, now we've got the French and the German, but the German one is more important because Germany is the largest economy in the Eurozone itself. Okay, and Germany, usually whatever's happening in Germany is going to be pretty much reflected around the Eurozone itself. Now, so far, they've already been contracting. So a reading below 50 tells you that there is a contraction in the sector itself. Now, if they're projecting 48.3 tells us that there is already a contraction. A reading lower than 48.3 would tell us that there is still a problem in the manufacturing sector. And what that means is it takes around, 800 purchasing managers, which are asked to respond to the rate of relative level of business conditions, including employment, production, new orders, prices, supply, deliveries, and inventories. So in other words, they've approached 800 businesses, asked the purchasing managers, where's your heads at in terms of business and the economy moving forward? They're going to give their sentiment, then it's going to all be put together, and they're going to come to an index, and it's going to give us a reading, which you can see over the last few readings, the Germany hasn't had that much success, okay? Neither has the US, neither has the UK, all right? Now, if tomorrow's data shows contractive readings, that's going to have an impact on what? Firstly, as the Eurozone itself, if the euro in Germany shows contraction on its PMI, that means the dominance of the dollar is going to go back up again. Why? Because the euro makes up 55.6% of the weight of the transactions in the dollar dominance chart, okay, which is the Dixie, okay? So 55% of the transactions are made up of the euro. So could that lead us into the idea that we are projecting out the logic of the dominance of the dollar coming back up into this area here? Was this the footprint left by Mr. Market Maker or the actual traders of dollar index telling us that they're going to come back up into this zone? Well, they come back up into this red vector candle point. So why is it any different for this bad boy right here? Okay. So tomorrow, be mindful about that, because on top of that, we have the US PMI coming out, and then we have good old Jerome Powell having a conversation. All right. Now, going into the charts themselves, Bitcoin right now has done a good job of coming back up into this violet vector candle zone, seeing a bit of resistance at the 200 EMA. All right. If we go over to actual EXO charts itself, we can see that this move up has come with low delta and pretty much low volume. You can see 30 million, 60 million, 13, 17, 17. If you notice throughout the rest of the day, you want to really be seeing like the 21s, the 27s, and the 30s. That's where you're going to get more conviction. Okay. Notice now how the delta's coming in at minus 27%, which is now Mr. Market Maker selling into the traders who previously were lifting the ask. So Mr. Market Maker was selling into premium. He's been building his shorts at the highest possible point for him now to start rolling price over, hitting the bids, and scaring traders to going for the sell so he can attack all the liquidation points for the retail trader who just went long and they didn't pay themselves on any successive move. Okay, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand something. This is Bitcoin right now on the 1 month time frame on Binance, and the liquidation zones that are nearby at $22 billion worth of long liquidations at the 18K range. Now, this is going to be really important for us, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you why. Down at the lows, there is, of course, $22 billion worth of long liquidations. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's going to get hit straight away. But in terms of a roadmap, we need to understand that Bitcoin does have a lot of liquidity in the chart that it can actually go towards. Now, notice how they come up into that 19,475. They've eaten $540 million worth of short liquidations. Prior to that, they came and hit that 19,345 with nearly $667 billion worth of shorts. So shorts are really paying the price, all right? Whilst the shorts are paying the price, people have got the sentiment that Bitcoin's going to go higher. Now at 18,700, we got 642 long liquidations at the 18,700. So if we mark off 18,700, that puts us into this zone right here, which is a break of this structure. Now going into Asia tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Asia too will also react to the way prices behave today, okay? But we've got to be very careful. Remember, the dominance of the dollar chart itself in the next hour will close for at least 2 hours, okay? So whatever happens from now until that point, when it opens up again, be careful because there could be a little gap up in the chart and they may initiate a close of that gap, which will see Bitcoin moving up. But then if they do kick back with the sentiment and continue, then we'll see the dominance of the dollar continue to move up. Rolling over to Ethereum, you can see Ethereum's done a good job of moving price upwards, and it's come above the 50 EMA, but it hasn't made it in terms of the 5 and 13 EMA. You want to wait for the 5 and 13 EMA to cross over the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. That way you can understand that the momentum is present in the chart. We've got these vector candle points right here, which in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, if Ethereum can make it all the way back up to here, then we'll have more information as to whether or not they can continue, which will then set us up for the weekend to see price rolling back down again if their intention is to move up towards these zones and take the liquidity from traders inside of these zones right here, okay? Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel itself and you haven't done so already, get yourself over to the Discord, the Pattern Watchers Discord. It's where everything happens and where everyone discusses the logic of the hybrid system. It's a great community and everyone just kicks back and just breaks down the charts. No toxicity, nothing like that whatsoever. Everyone backs everyone up in that Discord itself. And if you haven't done so already, make your way over to tradersreality.com where you can download these indicators and there's a walkthrough on there which will show you how to do that, okay? Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into Friday tomorrow, and we know Friday's a bit of a tricky day. It's the profit run day for assets across the board, all right? So be very cautious. If you've made money between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, then take the day off, okay? Trading isn't all about being in the market. It's about being in the market at the right time. You don't want to be in the market all the time because then you're going to hit the variance, and the variance is going to eat you alive, okay? It's no different to with poker. All right, you get a pair of aces and you play it over 100 hands, 80% of the time you're going to win with aces pre-flop. But there will be those instances when you lose with a pair of aces, even though they are statistically the best hand in the game pre-flop, okay? So keep an eye out on that, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, it has been a pleasure. I will check in with you all tomorrow. Mad love and respect, guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.